G'day, you bloody dickheads. How the fuck are you lot? Welcome aboard. It is the live build stream, the live build sesh. It's, the first one, I think, back? First one since I've been back from Dubai? Yeah, it is. We did one in between the UK and Dubai, and that was a lot of fun. And we didn't even do everything that I had. I still had stuff left over, and then more stuff has been added. I've got so many things to build. This is, 4 things today, and I've still got another probably 4 things to build, so stay tuned. We may even make it a double build week, we'll see. Nothing really has turned up this week so far, so maybe we'll save those goodies for next week's live build stream. That way we can make sure we've got one for you 2 weeks in a row. Anyway, hope you're all doing good. It is the American-friendly time slot today, so evening obviously for the North Americans, midday here in sunny South Australia. It's sunny, it's fucking freezing cold, but at least the sun's out, which is nice. And obviously a half an hour difference for the rest of the Aussies, and fucking Perth's still in last week. But anyway, hope you're all doing well wherever you are, whatever the time is. A big thank you to Shane Beekman for doing the admin duties. If you fuck around, he'll fucking slap you. If you keep fucking around, he'll fucking boot you. Alright, so be nice, be good. Let's do a few little hellos in the chat. Before we do that, get your votes in, dickheads. I've got a little poll running, okay? It is a vape-rocracy here. We'll do things according to what the votes say. So far, we've got the M25 Fatality Remastered way out in front at 44%. Then coming in shortly behind that is the Atemporal, hopefully I'm saying that right, Atemporal Boro, followed by a tie at the moment between the Dani V2 and the Atemporal RTA. So we've got 2 things from Atemporal. Now, I'm not sure whether I've had anything from these guys before. I don't think I have. The RTA was gifted to me by one of my awesome patrons, Mr. Charlie, over in the UK. And so I picked that up. And then when I got back, I had a pile of vape mail and I had an Atemporal Boro. So we can see whether they're kind of similar, whether they're different. We'll put them next to each other. But yeah, get your votes in, dickheads, as to what we're going to build. Let's do a few hellos though in the chat. We've got Nick Wicks. Good to see you, Nick. Nope says yes sir, which is kind of contradictory for someone called Nope. Tyler B, how are you? We have Vape and Grind. Mobeen, how are you, mate? Is audio and everything good? Yeah, just double checking there's nothing in the chat. Yep, alright, cool, we'll carry on. Who else have we got here? Zion Vlogs, good to see you. Joshua Sitchell, how are you? Ranger Rusty, good to see you, mate. Flash 1. Brandon O'Brien, how are you? Kevin Korekis, oi. Hey, mate, oi to you. Joseph, g'day, g'day. Ben B. Mystic Coils, good to see you, matey. Johnny M. Freedom Issue. Who else have we got here? Chris Short. Not to be confused with Chris Long. Kathy Benjamin, how are you, Kathy? Cicero, good to see you again, mate. Stu Rep, how are you? We have Breestones. Adam, how are you, matey? Good to see you tuning in. I have some really cool coil packaging to show the coilers out there. You got to lift your packaging game, because the Middle East. Wait till you see the packaging these coils come in. Oh, pretty awesome. Herma1, how are you? Mowgli, good to see you, Missy. We got... Who else? It's all the same. Venma, how are you? Matthew Woodham. What else we got? Robbert. And we have Joseph. Oh, it just jumped. The chat just jumped. Marlos Oliveira. Eric Talboom. It went Talboom. Alexander Klette. How are you? Mick Kerr, good to see you back, mate. The Late Night Vape Show. Cornelius Thompson. How are you, Cornelius? Matthew Jones. Who have I missed? Who have I not said hello to? If I've missed you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to say hi to everyone. Stu Rep. SK Hadik. Probably saying that right. Just going to call you SK, alright? Sick cunt. SK. Alright, that'll do. Let's see, what have we got here? Okay, how are you? And Ariyasu JM, no cap vibes. That'll do. That'll do. All right. Before we go anywhere, can I ask you all, every one of you, please? There's quite a few of you already tuned in, which is fantastic. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, it really helps the algorithms. Gets the video popping up on people's feeds. Hit the like button. It really, really helps me out. We've got 36 likes. There's 90 fucking something of you watching. So come on, hit the like button. Hit it. Hit it. That'll help me out massively because YouTube, they're a bunch of cunts. All right. Cool. All right, let's have a beer, right? Hey, we know what we've got to build. If you just joined us, it's written in the fucking title. Get your vote in, and we will get building shortly. We've got some coils that I brought back from the Middle East. As I always do when I travel, I get gifted coils, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to see how the Arabs do their coils, probably much like the rest of us. In fact, probably exactly the same, but we're going to see how good they are at building, which is going to be fun. But before we can do any of that, yes, we got to have a fucking beer.
Let's drink a beer. Let's drink it here. 'Cause tonight is all that's here.
We have a very local, not a craft brew, all right? This one is a classic South Australian beer from one of our longest running, I think probably the longest running brewery in South Australia since 1862. Coopers, the Coopers family have been brewing beer, and they're still, I believe, independent, which is pretty cool. They're big. They're not a craft brew operation, but they're not owned by one of the two big sort of alcohol companies in Australia. Lion and Carlton United are the two big fucking players. They basically own every beer except for the smaller crafts. But Coopers are still independent, so they are close to my heart. And they make a dark ale, which is one of my go-to winter beers. Sort of an everyday beer. It's, not too expensive, so you can drink it on an everyday basis. But they don't do any additives. They don't do any preservatives, and they do this awesome dark ale, which is pretty rad. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's have a fucking tasty. Coopers are famous for their process, which leaves natural residue of yeast during the maturation and gives a cloudy appearance with enhanced flavour. Well, it's dark, so you won't be able to really see the cloudiness. But one thing you do with Coopers beers, because as I said, that fermentation process, you got to roll them. You got to roll the beer a little bit before you drink it. Now that's usually when you're drinking it straight out of the bottle. We're going to pour it into a glass, so you don't need to necessarily do this. But you might be able to see there's a little bit of fermentation, kind of giblets coming up. So you give it a roll, and hopefully, see a little bit there. Nothing too bad though. And then you pour it in, or you can just drink it straight out of the bottle if you give it a roll first. Pouring it into my my stolen Beavertown glass. Pinched this when I was in the UK. One of the coolest bits of bottle art or glass artwork that I've seen. I don't know whether you guys can see it, but if Frank gets his shit together, there we go. You can see down the bottom there, you can see the yeasty fermentation just sort of swirling around. So, dark ale. It's like your brown ale kind of thing. Sort of like a brown ale. It's got those sort of nice woody, malty flavours. The alcohol content on this one, I forgot to mention, if you're wondering, 4.5. So you can have a few of these and not get too pissed. But fucking cheers, dickheads. What's with this music? This is not what we were looking for. There we go. Yeah, it's malty. It's got those sort of roasty sort of flavours. There's that kind of bready, biscuity sort of thing. It's got a few of the sort of things that you like in a stout, but much less heavy. Maybe a hint of sort of roasted black coffee, not super strong, not like you get in a stout. It's not crazy bitter. It's just nice. I'd just simply describe it as roasty malty. Roasty malty. But when it's cold, when the weather is cold, it's a good drink. It's a good beer to enjoy in the colder weather. So I switch to this often during the winter months. All right, let's pair it up with a liquid. Now this one is a Canadian liquid, which I picked up, well, I was given by my good friend Alex. He runs Homeboy's Drip City. So he came all the way from Canada over to Dubai for the show. And this is a new variation on the Jabba liquid. It's the Jabba Nana. And it is quite the delicious, complex, sort of desserty flavour. It is roasted honey pistachio, almond meringue nougatine. Nougatine, I guess that's like nougat, but with teen. And satined with smooth, creamy, ripe bananas. A smooth, creamy touch of ripe bananas. And I tell you what, it is delicious. It's really, really nice liquid. I'm not a big sort of desserty kind of vapor, but the pistachio in this, oh, and you can smell it. You can smell the pistachio and the banana, and who doesn't like pistachios and banana? I mean, everybody loves that. Canadian Vapor, nice to see you watching. Yes, one of your brethren. So big shout out to Alex. And Alex was also a bit of a saviour, a bit of a beer angel when I was in Dubai, because obviously being an Islamic country, the beers are not freely available like they are in other countries. So you can really only get beer from your hotel, or there are certain bars that you can visit as well that will serve beer. But you can't pick it up from like a bottle shop. There's not like liquor stores that you can go and just get beers. And so I didn't have any beers at the expo. Normally at expos you can also get a beer at the bar. You'd have a bar, you know, but being obviously Dubai, no bar beers at the expo. So I was doing it sober, and Alex turned up with a delicious Canadian double. I think it was a double IPA, and it was fucking delicious. It was fucking ice cold as well. He smuggled it in, and so I enjoyed myself a tasty IPA thanks to Alex whilst at the Dubai vape show. So he was bringing gifts. He also brought me some delicious organic Canadian maple, which was awesome too. So I brought that home for the pancakes. Anyway, enough waffling over how awesome Alex is. But yeah, if you're Canadian, support good people and check out Homeboy's Drip City. He makes some great liquids, and this one should go well, I think. That's awesome. That is really nice. Like I said, malty and roasty beer. Mix that with pistachio nuts, honey, nougat, and banana. That's just a good mix. Oh. Yeah, the sweet honey flavors go really nicely with that sort of bitter maltiness of the beer. The pistachio mixed really well with those roasted bready sort of flavors, and that sweet honey and pistachio. Fuck me. I love pistachio gelato, Nick Wicks. Pistachio as a flavor in general is just awesome. Really, really awesome. This is a brilliant fucking liquid. As I said, I'm not normally a big sort of dessert, creamy, rich, liquid vapor, but I love a good banana, and the banana in this with pistachio and banana, I mean, it's a good mix. It's a good mix. All right, that's the beer done. It's just a little one, so we'll have round 2 of the beers shortly. But it's time to build something, cunts. It's time to build something. What are we building? Let's go to the poll here. It is still the M25 Fatality Remastered way out in front at 46%. Close between the two Atemporals, so get your votes in. Hit that like button, as I said, really helps me out. I never really was one for saying, oh, please like and subscribe, but since YouTube age restricted all of our content now, I've become a bit of a like whore. I've had to start telling people, hit the like button, we need it, we need your likes. All right, let's do it. The Fatality M25. So I do have my original Fatality M25 here, just to do a little comparison, so that we're not doing it purely off of memory. But you get the usual authenticity card, you get a sticker, which I always love, even though I've got plenty of QP stickers now, always love a sticker. You get a little tool to help tighten down the tank, and you also get an insert in there. So what they've done, the main difference from what I've seen, because I did have a little squiz at this with the Patreons in the bog last week, or I think it was a couple of weeks ago now, they've kind of done what they did with the 28mm version of the Fatality, where you've got a little insert now rather than Ultim. You get a bubble glass, you get a vape band. Is anybody who uses vape bands? Let me know, because it's very 2016 vape bands, maybe even older. You can also get Ultim kits for it as well, if that's your ticket. You get an Ultim straight glass, I think, here, with an Ultim drip tip to match. So if you're into Ultim, which does look quite good with black, I don't mind a bit of black and Ultim, you can do that. And I'm sure you'll be able to get Bearded Viking Customs acrylics for these as well. So on the outside, do we have any real changes? I was looking at pictures and I don't think there is. I think they are basically the same. I think the tapering, let's have a look. Have they changed any of the tapering? It's still obviously 25mm at the base. Yep, nothing's changed there. It's 27 there. What have we got on the original? 27. I don't think there's any change. I think all of the changes are on the inside. Top. Yeah, it looks identical to me. I can't see any difference there. So I think the music is too lovely. I've just put on a chilled hip hop mixture. This is like a meditation. I might just move things along a little bit. All right. First thing we need to do is take out the TPD grommet, because we don't need that. And then screw this back down. The music is straight up Elder Scroll Oblivion music. Put on some no effects. I would love to, Rob Burt, but that means the video would instantly get copyright striked. So if you want to tighten down the chimney and the top cap together with the glass, you can use your tool. You stick it in the top there. That's what those little notches are for, to tighten down your glass section. But I mean, you can just sort of tighten it like that. It has the same reverse quick turn system. On, off. All right. So we'll leave that. Airflow, from what I can tell, is the same. We've got dual airflow control, just like we did on the first one. And you've also got juice flow control, which you can see there. So no real change in that department. take the base here, we unscrew it, out comes our deck. Let's have a look at the original deck. Just see. Dimensions wise, I think we have basically the same. Yeah, we do. 3 rows, the holes look the same. I don't think there's really any difference there. It's just the inserts. So you've got little insert, out she comes. You could run it fucking just big gaping hole style, or you can run it with the honeycomb insert, which is what we're gonna do because I'm a fan of smoothness over vast amounts of airflow. So I don't think it's really going to vape any differently to the original. So if you like vaping your original M25 with the Ultim insert in there, I don't think you really need to pick one up. You know, I don't think they're marketing this towards Fatality M25 users that like the insert in there. I think this is mostly just updating a classic design, and I can see why they did it, because even by today's standards, the M25 is still a fantastically, you know, well-performing RTA. So all they've done is sort of modernized it on the inserts there. Airflow on the sides, I think, is exactly the same. So I think I've got 0.1 ohm aliens in here, usual triple 26 core. So, I mean, really, there's not going to be any difference. It's going to be the same. I think the chimney on the inside, yeah, chimney's the same. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah, Nick Wicks, I think that's right. So I'm sure, you know, someone will be like, oh, it's a cash grab. They're just trying to make... No, I mean, I think they're just updating a great RTA just slightly so that those that haven't got one can get one with a slightly better, you know, airflow insert system. This way you can actually remove the airflow insert without taking your coils out. With the Ultim insert, you couldn't really do that. You had to take the coils out to remove your insert. So they've kept it the same. So yeah, not a big difference there, dickheads. This is really not going to be super interesting for those that have already got an M25, but for those that don't have one, this will be certainly valuable because it's, as I said, it's a fantastic fucking RTA. Fantastic. All right, let's put some coils in it. I did promise you some pretty awesome packaging on coils, so that's what I'm gonna do. Start things off with some pretty awesome packaging. What do we got? 0.12, 0.12. Okay, so I think these are all basically the same. Let's just go with these. Yeah, this will work. This will work. All right. Before we do that, before I show you the coils, big shout out to Shane Beekman. Thank you very much for the donation there, mate, for pigtails. Absolutely. Somebody asked me on the video that the pigtails first appeared on. I did a live build session with my hair in pigtails a little while ago. It was for charity. We did it for charity. I did a whole live stream with pigtails in. I think I did it with did the whole thing with pigtails, and we raised a whole bunch of money for, I think it was mental health. I can't remember which charity we did, but somebody commented on the video saying, "Why the pigtails?" For charity. All right, so that's where the photo comes from. If you're wondering where the photo comes from. All right, I said Dubai impressed me with its packaging on coils, and this is what I was talking about. Have a look at this. This is the packaging for a set of coils. Now, I'm not 100% sure who made these because it's all in Arabic. I forget the guy's name, but I'll find out for when I do the proper review. V3, so I think these are 3 strands of 26 gauge. They come in at 0.12. And yeah, I mean, look at that. That's fucking cool. How do you get to your coils? You twist your little skull off, and there's your aliens. How fucking cool is that? I mean, it's not going to make the coils vape any better, but it's a cool little piece of packaging that you could use to put, I don't know, your small trinkets. Little trinkets in there, maybe. I don't know. I just think that's cool. I love cool packaging. A little coil logo on there. Some kind of a composite molded acrylic or synthetic. Looks like bone, but it's cool. Stash box. That's it. Those that enjoy a bit of shed time, well, you know, there you go. You could put a couple of grams in there and tuck it away. Yeah, that's it, Matthew. You could keep your weed in there. You could absolutely keep your weed in there. I think that's cool. All right, the coils, they look pretty great. They look pretty good. Certainly the right resistance for me. 0.12, right where I like it on an RTA like this. So we're going to go ahead and build this Fatality M25 Remastered. As I said, I'm not expecting anything new and different here to the original, but that's not really the point. It's just updating a great RTA. So if we drop these, this is going to be way too long, obviously. So I'm thinking we cut maybe to 5 millimeters. Thinking 5 millimeters. Using the coily tool. If anyone's wondering what this is. Little coily tool. The original coil cutting guide before China copied. So we're just going to snip one. And that's 5. Look, that's... I think once we bend them in... Are they too long? One post hole seems to go a little further down than this one here, so... Or is that just because my coil leg is slightly... Yep. That's my coil leg, not the hole. There we go. Yeah, I think 5's good. Let's cut the other one to 5 millimeters. Looking good. Richard McCoy likes to cut his to 4.5 on the M30. Sure. Probably going to be around the mark. 4.5, 5. Definitely 27 cores. Yeah, they look a little thinner than my 26, so I think, yeah, they could be 27s. I'll have to do a little more research for the final review. Well, I don't know if I even need to do a final review on this thing. I guess I could, since it's been so long since I reviewed the original. There'll be new vapors and new builders that will probably benefit from a fresh review on the M25. Alright. Bring these in. You could go lower for sure. They're quite high up on there. Let's have a little look-see. So you can see the coils are definitely clear of the chimney. So just going to get your coils a little bit closer to your mouth, having them up where I've got them. Plenty of room there between the chimney and everything. And obviously we're going to open up the juice flow, so it's going to sit like that. I mean, it's going to be a personal preference. This will probably be a little bit warmer, which I don't mind. Stack the coils one up and one down. Zion, you crazy, crazy person. Bogan, have you tried the Blaze RTA? I have, sir. I have, actually, we built it in the last build stream. I've been vaping it since then. I think I might leave the coils there. You could go lower. What did I have on the first set? Let's see. Take 0.5 millimeter off. I did have them sitting, well, pretty. They're probably 0.5 millimeter lower on my original. Probably 0.5 millimeter lower on my original. But I don't know whether it's going to make a huge difference. We might just take a little bit off, hey? To be honest, fuck it. They look good. I don't think 0.5 millimeter is going to make a huge difference, but if you so wanted to, you could go lower. I mean, maybe it's nice to try something 0.5 millimeter different. So, let's pulse them. Come here, tweezers. These are already glowing pretty nicely. Looking good. Can't see any more hot spots. I think that look. Oh, is that a little hot spot up there? Get ready, you. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Let those fuckers cool down for a second. We'll have a little cool down of our own. Easy peasy, Anthony Albanese. That's a good one, Jack. I was actually thinking, I was listening to the news today and they mentioned Anthony Albanese, and I was like, take it, Anthony Albanese. Man, this fucking liquid. If you like bananas and nuts, you got to get some. Own Boys, Drip City, Jabanana. 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 It's really good. Really good liquid. Alright, we're going to put some cotton in this thing now. So, we are going to put... I got this cotton when I was over in Dubai. Haze vape cotton, natural organic cotton. Preloaded cotton, 40 pieces, fits for 2.5 and 3 millimeters. I think it's going to be a little snug on 2.5 millimeter coils. These are definitely 3s, but it's little packets of shoelace cotton. And it tasted just fine. I put it in the Dead Rabbit Max and it was just fine. I think the thickness is sort of about right for 3 millimeter coils, but I guess if you were doing 2.5s, you could thin it out a little bit. But the thickness is just perfect for a 3 millimeter coil. It's just the right amount of tension. Feels very nice pulling it through a 3 millimeter coil. And they're long enough that you can do 2 wicks. 2 wicks with the one piece of cotton. You know, recycling, you know, don't waste that shit. There you go, plenty of cotton for both. Now we are going to want to thin some of this out a little bit. Give it a little comb. So just comb all of that out. And then we're going to snip sort of about, it's probably a little long. You know, pull it down so it's just touching the bottom of our little juice well here. We do have juice flow control, which is a handy feature of the M25. But you just want it to fill up. So what I've done here, I'll pack it in, I'll show you. You just want it to cover that little tray there, because that's where your liquid's going to come in. All right, so you just want to cover that. You don't want to pack it in. Just get it to catch underneath the collar. And cover that little slit there. All right, now we can do the other side. Remember to hold your cotton so you don't pull it through. I'm thinking that might be... Is that too long? just a smidgen too long, I think. Beautiful. It's a pretty easy RTA to wick. If you're looking for a first RTA, I wouldn't not recommend this because it's pretty easy, and you've got juice flow control. So if you don't have quite enough cotton in there, you can maybe close off your juice flow halfway to stop flooding. But yeah, that's the way you want it. Make sure your cotton's not coming over the side airflow and creating a sort of raspy gurgle or anything like that. And you'll be good to go. Just like that. Just like that. Now we need to find a liquid. We need to find a liquid to put on this one. Now I did get quite a few liquids over the last month while I've been traveling. So, as you can see, I've got just a few fucking sitting behind me. I might go with a bit of this. Bit of bazooka. Is there a website on here? I should make sure with fucking YouTube these days. A bit of bazooka sour straps. It's a mango ice. So like a sour mango icy flavour. Alright, let's juice it up. Oop. Oh, that's a good tasty mango. I did try this one when I was cruising around Dubai World Vape Show. Bazooka. Been around for quite a while. Good liquids. Don't think I've had any in ages. So it was nice to pick up a mango, and I picked up a blue raspberry as well that I really liked. But you know me, dickheads. I love a good mango flavour. Alright, let's put our top cap on. Now, I don't think I really paid a whole lot of attention to locking the juice flow when I filled it, but hey, why not? It's always an added safety feature, being able to lock off the juice flow, so when you're filling it, you don't sort of have to worry about juice getting forced into your wicks and flooding the deck. Alright, let's put it on a mod. What are we going to vape it on? What do we got? What do we got? What are we going to put this thing on? You know, get a nice black mod, maybe? You know what I think this would look good on? I think this would look good on the Scepter. It's kind of got sort of similar contours. Yeah, that looks good. It is a hybrid safe 510 pin. I forgot to show you guys when we were down at the up and close, but it's hybrid safe. So you can safely put it on a hybrid mechanical mod such as the Scepter. Open that juice flow up. We didn't actually check our final resistance. Let's just see what that was before we vape this thing. We were expecting 0.12 and we ended up with 0.13, so pretty close. Pretty fucking close. So yeah, I'm thinking, like someone said earlier, they might be a triple 27 core, which would explain the 0.13. Alright, what do you reckon, dickheads? I think that looks pretty fucking nice. The sort of the shape of the Fatality kind of goes nicely with the shape of the Scepter. This is the Scepter mech mod from Vapor's Cloud. And they look good together. Alright, time for a toot. We've got the airflow fully wide open. There's going to be too much airflow for me, but fuck it. Tasty. Now, if I remember correctly, the top AFC ring is your side airflow. The bottom AFC ring is your bottom, directly under the coil airflow. So I'm going to close off some of the sides because I don't need all this airflow, and I want the majority of the airflow to come from underneath the coil because that's where the flavor's at. So we've got about 2/3 of the top airflow closed. You can see that there, and the bottom airflow fully wide open. I'm not taking super long drags because it is it's reasonably icy, this mango. It's delicious. It's a really nice mango flavor. But I can feel the cooling, and if I go too hard, I'm gonna get myself a fucking brain freeze or cough me guts up. Yeah, it's icy. It's icy. Maybe not the best choice for a mech mod. It's delicious though. Really nice sweet mango flavour. You get a real icy finish on it. If you're into icy vapes, those that like real cooling on their liquids, would recommend the Bazooka sour straps because it's got plenty of cooling in there. It's a great RTA. I mean, what can I say more than I said when I originally did the M25? Flavor's fantastic. Flavor is really, really good on this one. Airflow, I've got the honeycomb insert in there, so it's nice and smooth, as you can hear. And if you want loads of airflow, you can open the fucker up, and it's got tons of it. But with the third open on the top, the bottom wide open, it's just fine. Yeah, still stacks up. Really nothing has changed here compared to the original Fatality, which came out, what, must be at least 3 years ago, I want to say, maybe more. When did the Fatality come out? So I reviewed the original Fatality M25 back in 2019, so 3 years almost to the date. It's August 13th, 2019 is when I reviewed the M25, so 3 years almost exactly to when I reviewed it, and it's still, yeah, still a great tank. Loads of clouds, Great coils. Yeah, I mean, do you guys have any questions on this one? I don't know whether there's a whole lot more to talk about here. It's a great fucking tank. Good night, Cloud Chucker. Yeah, this isn't really a UK-friendly time slot, so I appreciate that you're even still up at 4:30 in the morning. Otherwise, we will move on to our next build, which is, according to the votes, the Atemporal Boro RBA at 24% of the vote, which I'm intrigued to try out myself. Cornelius, it is 1 p.m. in the afternoon here. Oh, fuck me, Josie, you stink. The dog is farting and it is, where is she? She's not even You're not even in here and you're stinking out the house. What the fuck? Oh, really sulfury dog farts. Gross. Yeah. Look, it's really no different to the original. It's a fucking great tank. That's about all that needs to be said. Alright, dickheads. Any tricks? No, James, I can't do any tricks. I can sometimes blow an O, but I really look stupid while doing it, so I'm not going to. Because I look really silly. Alright. Anyone else stocking the Atemporal? I'm not sure, Jason. You'd have to use Google. You can do that yourself. We're going to move on to building said Atemporal. Now, they sent me a whole bunch of stuff with the Boro. They sent me 2 Boros, so I'll be giving one away. But they also sent some accessories for the Atemporal Boro, and they sent me panels, which look really nice. I'll show you those as well. Sent me panels for the for billet boxes, for the Pulse, and for the Cthulhu. Yeah, they do some cool accessories. All right. Put that beer away. Let's find ourselves a little bit more upbeat music. And plenty of you watching. Hit the like, dickheads. Appreciate it if you could. We have the Atemporal Boro RBA. Now this is by Damn Vape. Oh, so I do know the company behind this. I'm very familiar with Damn Vape. They made the awesome Nitrous RDA last year, I think it was. But they've combined with the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer. I'm not too sure. Does anybody know who the Mind Flayer is? Let me know in the in the chat if you know who the Mind Flayer is. Is he a YouTuber or an Instagrammer? Maybe one of those TikTokers? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with who this collab is with. But obviously Damn Vape makes some damn good stuff. It comes in a neat little packaging, which is nice. Little kind of carbon fibery poucherino. And you get a bunch of bits and pieces. You got a little coil cutting guide, which is cool. They include that little coil cutting guide there. You've got this bag of accessories, well, spares, grub screws, O-rings. I'm not too sure what this little tool here does. The name comes from a character enemy in Final Fantasy games. Yeah, but who is he? Who or she? Could be a she. Don't know. We'll see what this is for. I'm not sure what that's for. Build stand? Maybe. Now this one wicks via, it's an old school wicking system, a stainless steel mesh. So they give you little mesh pieces. Alright. It has got the mesh pre-installed, which is great, so I don't have to fuck around with that. Excuse me. But you can see the mesh in there already. This is an old school system. Genesis atomizers from even predating my vape journey. These were around in 2014, 2013, 2012. We've got airflow, a fill port just here. So that's your fill port. There's a little tab that you slide across. Connects directly via the base here to your Boro. And you just unscrew this to thread it down onto your mod. So no adapter or anything needed. How heavy is it for a Boro? It's quite heavy. This is it's a fairly solid piece of sort of stainless steel up here. The airflow, if you guys are wondering, is this little slidey acrylic piece here. So you can slide that up, cut off some of the airflow, leave it wide open like so. You get to your coil screws in the back here, your grub screws, and there's your deck. So it's like a flat postless style deck. Looks like there's a little hole in here to allow air to get into the tank section to replace the liquid as it gets wicked up. You can see your little stainless steel mesh bits poking through, so you're just going to drape your cotton into the channels on either side. And the top cap here has got quite a nice sort of condensed chamber on it. So it should be pretty good on the flavour. It's going to get your coil very close to the old gob. So flavour should be pretty good on it. But yeah, fairly solid, fairly heavy to answer your question there, Nick Wicks. Now they did send along a few accessory packs. In that accessory pack there is a pink tank, which is pretty cool. I'm going to actually switch this out for the pink tank. So I think we just, once you've taken off the base here, you can just pop the tank off. There we go. And that should just slide on like so. And they do these in like green. The stainless steel one comes with a clear one. So that looks nice. They put a little Bogan logo on it as well, which was a nice touch. Yours obviously won't come with that, but that was a nice little touch-a-roo. And then you've got airflow inserts as well. So we go to the second bag of accessories. What do we got here? Okay, so with your stock Boro, you get these airflow inserts and little plugs. Now the little plugs, we'll come back to that. That's the drip tip. But yeah, you get the airflow insert. So depending on what airflow you want, you can restrict it by the sort of center. So you can have 6 holes. You can have the full wide open, which we just saw a minute ago with the smoked. So that's your full 8 holes, should I say, not 6. Full 8 holes. And then you've got a third one, which is going to really sort of restrict it down to just, well, I guess you could run it like that and have 3 holes open, or you could flip it upside down and run it with 4 holes. So that's cool. That's how you control your airflow. These little plugs here, are they meant to be for, I'm guessing that they go in here. It's not going to fit in there, is it? No. So I'm guessing if you wanted to take out the mesh, if you wanted to run just 2 mesh wicks, you could fill up the gap with these little plugs. That's what I'm guessing these are for. There's nowhere else that they're going to fit, but I'm going to leave them sort of all working. Alright, let's put this. Now it also comes with a little flush nut. So many pieces. Not really much different to a lot of Boros that have airflow inserts, you know, pins that you would put underneath the coil. It's just a different system. So you get this little kind of raised flush nut. And a 510 drip tip. The cool thing about this little flush nut, it's got an O-ring on the inside. So if you've got, say, one of these style drip tips that doesn't have an O-ring on it, you could use this flush nut and it's going to give you a nice snug fit. You know, sometimes you pressure fit drip tips that don't have O-rings, they don't really fit into your 510 connection. So I take out my flush nut. Now, they also make these panels. These are Damn Vape panels. So that's going to go in like so, and then with the pink pack, that can go in there like that. That looks pretty cool. And the airflow is cut out on their panels specifically for the airflow on your Boro. So, got me Galaxy pink and black splattered billet box, and those panels, well, they look very nice. They got a bit of a curve to them. All right, we've waffled on enough about the accessories that come with this Boro. Let's put a coil in it. All right, let's fucking build this thing. So we'll just move this shit out of the way. So we just thread it straight on. Whoop, thread it straight onto our mod. So pinky. Yeah, I do love me pink and black. What kind of coil? I'm thinking with this airflow, definitely not mouth to lung. We're going to go for like a single coil, maybe around sort of the 0.2 ohms would be, I think, a good choice for this sort of thing. Any word on the tank material? What does it say? It says replacement Boro tank. It doesn't say on the packaging. You could probably look it up online. We might do that in a bit. What sort of coils have we got from our travels that might fit in here? That's not going to work. Oops. We dropped one. Dropped a set. .09. They're series coils. They're going to be too low. 0.11. That could work. 0.14, so that'll come out at 0.28. Oh, the coils have fallen out of there. Series. MTLs. We got fuse Claptons. 3 times 28 gauge with a 36.15. We could use one of these, I guess. I'm thinking maybe like a 3mm ID would be a good choice, given the room we've got on that deck there, and we've got a reasonable amount of sort of space for the cotton to go. I could use one of these. This would work. Let's try these. So we have another set of coils that I picked up whilst in Dubai. These are from Legacy Drips. Legacy Drips. I guess that's the LD there. Is that what we're looking at? I'm not sure which way the logo is meant to go, but Legacy Drips. These are 3 strands of 28 gauge N80 wrapped in 36 gauge, 5 wraps, 3 millimeters. So 0.15 for a dual coil means that one of these will come out to about 0.3, which I think would be a pretty good choice for this. Should fit in here nicely, and that'll give us a nice thick bit of cotton to tuck into our juice channels. I think that's going to work well. What do you cunts think? Am I wrong? I don't think so. These look like well-made coils. Nicely wrapped aliens. So, I don't know whether there was any instructions with that coil cutting guide as to which length to use. Let's open up those grub screws. What size is our Allen key? Not that size. I think we're a bit bigger. So it's a 1.5 millimeter Allen grub screw. Just back those out. Let's see how far down these go. Alright, so not very far. Let's try 6.5 millimeters. Just to start, it's a starting point. Don't want to cut them too short. Six and a half. How's that looking? Put our top cap on. That's going to be a little high, I think. So maybe we go 6. And we've still got to twist that coil to get it sort of straight, so that's going to take a little bit of the coil leg up. So let's go with 6 millimeters on the coil leg. Bet Mulligan disagrees and says 5.5. That extra 0.5 millimeter. Alright, so we've got our coil in. We've got to twist it. Pinch it back together. Let's see, how does that look? I don't know. We could go lower. It's still a reasonable distance away from the fucking top there. What do you cunts think? Do we need to go shorter? 5? Maybe just a little shorter? Where's our airflow? Hang on a second. That's going to be hitting like bang on the side of the coil. If we take a bit off, we don't want to take much. I don't think we want to go much lower. Everyone's saying 5.5. All right, fine. You cunts win. We'll do 5.5. I'm just going to eyeball it. That's somewhere between 5 and 5.5. All right. You happy? Are you happy, Pappy? All right. I think we're good now. Quite a distance there. Get it nice and central to the mouthpiece. Beautiful. So yeah, 5.5 millimeters would be the recommendation. Remember, we still have a fucking, the top of your Boro device and your drip tip for it to go through, so it'll be fine. Let's drop the wattage down a bit for a pulse and a pinch. .27 watts, that'll do. Let's just make sure our grub screws are nice and snug. There we go. Cool. Let's pulse and pinch. I think 0.3 will be a good sort of number because it's not going to be a big distance between this and the drip tip, so it's going to feel warmer than some other Boros. I think if we went like a 0.2, it might get a little toasty. So a 0.3 I think is going to be kind of bang on the number. That is looking good already. I can't see any hottest spotters. Alright, so there's a nice close-up shot for you guys. Turn on that light there, there we go. Looks good to me. Nice looking coils. Very nice looking coils. Alright, so we are ready to wick this thing once it cools down. Re-wicking will be easy on this, yeah, for sure. I know that some people will be like, I don't want the stainless steel mesh. I don't know. I would have, pre these cable systems, I would have said RDTAs don't like them. But the cable systems work really well. I don't think I've had a stainless steel mesh wicking system for a long time, maybe ever. I think I've had some that came with the stainless steel mesh, but I've never bothered to do it because it seemed like a bit of a pain in the ass. This one has been stainless steel wicked, so I think it's going to be the first time that I've actually used the stainless steel wicking system. But I like the cable systems. The cable systems work really, really well. The liquid gets up them, it saturates the cotton, and it's easy to re-wick. You just, you know, take your cotton out and wick it like an RDA. So I do like the cable systems, and this, in theory, works the same way. Helps if you unlock your mod. That air escape hole right next to the coil, be sure not to cover it with cotton. It's actually, yeah, I guess it's near the edge, but if you keep your cotton going into the channels, you should avoid it. So that's a good point there. Thank you very much, Tyler. Bet Mulligan prefers the cable systems because I've never had one leak. Yeah, I don't generally like RDTAs because of the leaking factor, but with the cable systems, I haven't found them to be leaky. So I'm like you, Bet. I'm a fan of the cable system. It works well. All right, shall we put some cotton in this fucker? We'll continue with the theme of haze cotton. Haze cotton. I don't know whether these guys are, where they're from. Baghdad. Huh, look at that. From Baghdad. That's cool. Never had any cotton from the Middle East before, but yeah, these guys are from Baghdad. Well, I mean, the manufacturing's in Baghdad. The company's in Baghdad. And what we're going to do is just use half of it. Camel cotton? Organic. Camel cotton. Maybe. Hopefully not. They do, I was watching a thing on the ABC the other day. They do actually shear. I guess they shear it like a sheep. But yeah, you can make things out of camel fur. I think it's like certain camels that have longer fur than others. But you can, they do in China. There's like out in the wilderness China, not like Shenzhen, but out in the country, in some of the very arid, sort of desolate, it's like a cold desert, some parts of China, and they have camels with long hair, and they fucking shear them and sell the wool, camel wool. Is vaping big in the Middle East? Neil, it's huge in the Middle East. It's massive. Massive. You know, the UAE originally had vaping illegal, but then in 2019, so look, we've still got a big tuft of cotton. We can use that for another single coil. Yeah, in 2019, they legalized vaping in Dubai. And since then, the industry has really exploded. So yeah, places like for instance, Vapors Cloud, they sell a lot of their stuff to Iran, of all places. Vapors Cloud, big in Iran. So the Middle East is very into vaping. There were a lot of people at the World Vape Show. A lot more people were at World Vape Show than were at Birmingham, I'll tell you that. It's a much bigger show and there was a lot more people. So yeah, in Kuwait, in Jordan, Iran, Iraq, they're really into it. All right, let's see. How's that looking? If we just tuck that, where's my screwdriver? If we just sort of tuck that into the channel there. Where's our little hole? Oh, it's on this side. I think that's good. I think that looks good. So we just, and that's what's quite handy about this style of deck. You're just tucking it in. We can still see our little hole there for air to escape, or air to get in. But I think that's what we're supposed to do. I think so. It looks good to me. Little air holes open. Maybe this side has a little bit too much. I feel like it's just a little bit packed in on this side. Yeah, there we go, that's better. It feels like it's going to allow liquid to flow freely. I think we're ready for liquid, dickheads. I think we are ready. So, what are we going to put in this? What liquid am I going to vape out of this new Boro? Stuff needs some nick in it. I do have a Dr. Pepper flavour that I've been dying to try, but I need to put some nicotine in it. So this is from Strapped, who make that delicious bubblegum drumstick that I love. And Elliot has done a sodas range now. And I love Dr. Pepper. I'm a big fan of Dr. Pepper. Unfortunately, it's really expensive here. So I don't think they actually make it. No one bottles Dr. Pepper in Australia. So it's kind of expensive. But I fucking love it. Love a bit of Dr. Pepper. And this one is called Professor Pep. To avoid copyright infringements, I'm guessing. So Professor Pep. Can't go wrong with Dr. Pepper, 27 flavours in one. Yeah, well, I love it. But I had to put a little nick shot in there. How do I get the top off like that? Bodie Ben, it's a little trick. So you take your top cap, right? And most bottles, they have a little, where is it? Just here. There's a little notch, like a little... There's a little divot. You see that little divot there? And you basically just push the bottle, the edge of the bottle, this edge here, you push that in there and you hear click, and then you just spin the cap around and it pops it off. It's a little trick I learnt ages ago. Sounds like the nickname of a meth dealer, Professor Pep, here to help. Love it. Yoshi tricks. Yeah, it's a little trick. So if you're needing to get the top off your bottle, so that you can, do your thing. There's a little trick for you. Use the lid. And it means you don't break your bottle or damage the bottle trying to get the top off. Oh, it smells like Dr. Pepper. It fucking smells like Dr. Pepper. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm excited to try this. Okay. Put our little top on. Now let's check our resistance. What did we end up with? We were hoping somewhere around the 0.3 mark. 0.31. Perfect. Just what we were hoping for. Now we're going to put our little ring on to cover the threads. And I guess we'll go with a wide open airflow to begin with. I mean, you don't really need the insert if you're going to go wide open airflow, but we'll put it on there because it adds a little bit of extra pinkness. Okay, I'll show you what's going on here because there's a few bits. So we just slide this open and then we can fill it up. Alright, so we're full, we close that off, and then should just drop, yep, fits into a billet box, no problems. We will just tighten our little flush nut down. Oh, what have I done with the airflow there? Is that right? Probably should have it the other way around, shouldn't I? It doesn't matter. I think the airflow is upside down, but now it's going to bug my OCD. Let's just flip that around. There we go. That way it can't close off my airflow. Alright. Let's see, what are we reading? It's reading a little higher on the billet box at 0.36. So I'm not sure why that is, but we're reading at 0.36. So a bit higher than what we had before, but it should be okay. Let's turn it down a bit. Let's put our drip tip back on. Let's start at 25 watts. There we go. So we've got our pink on pink on pink. Got our Moon Customs switch system. So you pop that on there, and there you can see the cutout on the panel is designed specifically for this Boro bridge, and there's a cutout as well for the screen, which I have put a pink filter on. But that looks pretty fucking cool. We're ready, dickheads. We're ready. So let's give it a whirl. 25 watts. Very smooth. Very smooth. Yeah, that airflow is very smooth. Flavor seems pretty good. Pretty good. How much juice does it hold? I don't know. I don't know. Let's have a look. Atemporal RBA. We are looking at... Four mils. It's a PCTG tank. All right. Someone asked what the material was. PCTG, 4 mils of capacity. Certainly got a lot of airflow for a Boro bridge. Plenty of airflow. Right. I'm going to bump up the wattage from 25 to 30. Oh, this is cool. I didn't realize this. Look at this, guys. I just instinctively pushed on these. The panels have buttons cut out. So you can see there. And you can just adjust without having to take your panel off. So that's cool. I didn't even notice it, and I just pressed on the fucking... How cool is that? I don't know whether I've seen a set of panels that do that. That is fucking cool. It's very lazy, kick back, chilled music, guys. Just fucking having a little vape here. Stax does that also. Yeah, I've never had a set of panels that have that on there. All right, so we're reading at 0.35 now. It seems to be sort of settling in. These panels are also from Damn Vape, Eddie. They're specifically designed for the Atemporal Boro. Oh, yeah, flavor's now really nice at 30 watts, but I'm going to go a little higher. Let's go 35. Let's see how the wicking holds up. 35 watts. Wish I could see the cotton, but you can't with a Boro. Cotton seems saturated from what I can tell. Can you use non-cut out panels? Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you can. We can try it with some stock. It's very restricted though. Yeah, so you're kind of going to want panels that have got some airflow cut out on them. What else have I got here? So these would work. These panels are from Atmo Mods. And he has cutouts on there already for different, you know, to take different Boros. Yep. That's cool. About the same. Yeah, so Atmo panels will work on there without restricting your airflow. But stock billet box panels are going to. So yeah, you might want to choose panels that have some airflow cuts on them at least. Oh, now I'm really starting to get the different elements of this Dr. Pepper flavor at 35. I think it definitely wants a bit more wattage. Let's go 40. Let's see what we can do. See if this stainless steel mesh holds up at 40 watts. Oh, that's good. Yeah, 40 watts is lovely. Now I'm starting to get a bit more of that heat. It's really not a hot vape at all at the lower wattages. You could do a different lower... I think you could definitely go a lower resistance build now, to be honest. I think you could go a 0.25, no problems. Does the Boro get hot? Nah. It's not even warm. When I put my thumb on the take the panel off, the Boro's not even warm. It's a lot of metal there, I think, that's sort of helping dissipate the heat. Oh, that's delicious. I'm not getting any dryness either, guys. It's wicking beautifully. Oh, that's yum. There's just a hint of cooling. It's not like the mango that was really cold. There's just a little hint of cooling with this this soda, strapped soda, Professor Pep. If you like Dr. Pepper, you need to try this liquid. It is fucking delicious. It is fucking delicious. Let's go 50 watts, cunts. Let's see what we can do. I think 50 watts would probably be better suited to a lower resistance coil, but 0.35 ohms, let's see. Yeah, so those plugs, Yoshi, it says on their website, those plugs are designed for MTL. If you wanted to close off 2 of the channels for the stainless steel mesh, just use two bits of mesh, you could run MTL. It does have those airflow inserts, so you could cut it down to 3 holes, but it's still not really going to be MTL. It's 3 holes is still quite loose, I think. Yeah, 50 watts. Fuck yes. This liquid just gets better and better the higher I'm going. It definitely likes a sub-ohm. I'm not getting any dryness, guys. It's just beautifully saturated flavor. It's really nice. If you like direct lung in your Boro, this is a good choice. This is just wicking like a dream. Yeah, everything looks saturated. Boro's starting to get a little bit warmer now, but it's not by any means hot. It's just fine. I'm liking this. I dig it. I dig this a lot for direct lung Boro. Yoshi, the coil was a 3mm inner diameter alien. 50 watts. This is great. It's going to eat through my juice at 50 watts. Yeah, I've gone through about a third already. So yeah, you probably want to take your juice with you. Would a 3.5mm fit? I think you could probably fit a 3.5. You might need to go a little lower on your coil, like cut the legs a little shorter, but I think you could probably fit it in there. This liquid is delicious. I think I might like it even more than the bubblegum strapped. Oh my god, that is fucking awesome. Fuck, it's just... yeah. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper in my mouth. All right, guys. I could sit here and toot on this all afternoon, but we need to build stuff. We need to build things. Let's clean up. Get your questions in. Do I need to run to a store for Dr. P? You might. This liquid though is fucking delicious. That's Professor Pep to you, sir. Yeah, Professor Pep. Alright, I'm going to try and pack this stuff up. Try and keep it all together. I don't know what this is for. We'll figure that out later. I didn't need it, though. But there's that. Not necessary, but it's there. Ranger Rusty's going to call Dr. Pepper Professor Pep from now on. Yeah. It's a clever name. It's a clever way to name you Dr. Pepper without getting yourself in strife. How many new juices did you get from Expo? This many new juices. These are all from Expo UK and Dubai. From there to there. It's all new liquids. All new liquids. So yeah, I'm restocked for a while. Nobody send me any more fucking juice, alright? I got enough. I got enough. Have you built the AK-82 Screamers yet? Vixter, I have not. I have those in my bag of Dubai coils. Got the AK-82s, which, like I said, I got some AK-82s years ago. I think he sent some to me via mail. And then I got given some when I was over in Dubai. So no, we will put those in something maybe next. What do we got on the poll? Looks like it is the Atemporal RTA next. Dani V2 in last place. Yeah, so these are new ones, are they, Vixter? I'm excited to try them. Excited to try them. So, it might be time for another beer. Midway through the build. Maybe time for another beer. And then we're going to build the Atemporal RTA, which was gifted to me by, as I said, one of my Patreons. Big shout out to Charlie, or Posh Boy Vapes. Go and check out his YouTube channel, Posh Boy Vapes. He brought me a couple of RTAs to the Patreon meet. And one of them was this Atemporal RTA. Alright, so we will take a quick little beer break. Let me go and grab a fresh beer. We'll have a new beer, then we'll do the RTA. Oh, alrighty, cunts. We have a new beer, so we need the intro.
Let's drink a beer. Let's drink it here. 'Cause tonight is all that's here.
We have a new beer, one of my favourite styles, an oat cream IPA. And yes, to answer Joshua's question, there will be a vlog for Dubai coming, hopefully this week. I want to get into that later on this afternoon. I'm going to start editing the Dubai Expo. But for now, we are going to enjoy a Colorado Weed Money. Weed Money. Anyone from Colorado watching? Might be a bit late in the evening for the Coloradians, but this is a collab between Mr. Banks, one of my favourite breweries from interstate, and Little Bang, which is just around the corner from me, very close. This is their oat cream pale. I love an oat cream IPA, but this is an oat cream pale ale. Colorado Weed Money. Who's got weed money? Send me your weed money. What does it say on here? Imagine milking an oat. Well, the vegans do that. Imagine milking an oat, man. Like, how would that even work? Oh, okay, so we got like a little stoner thing here, so I'll do it with my stoner voice. Imagine milking an oat, man. Like, how would that even work? You know? Like, would it have to be like so small to milk an oat? Or the oat could be like totally huge. But how would we even know? You know? If everything's like double in size, like overnight, how would we even tell, right? Your oats could be freaking massive, man. You wouldn't even know. It's cause you'd be freaking massive too. Dude, I'm so hungry and thirsty. I want like something kind of sweet, but also like a beer, you know? Like a beautiful, awesome beer, man. Let's go to the 7-Eleven. We could get some oats. The biggest oats they've got. The biggest oats in the world. Fuck, I love a good can story. This is 4.9%. As I said, brewed. I think, yeah, this is brewed local to me in Stepney, but it's a collab with Mr. Banks. Although they're actually now called Banks Brewing. They're not called Mr. Because that's like sexist or some shit. Man, yeah, they literally changed the name because, like, you know, they didn't want to be like, they wanted to be like inclusive, man. Which is nice. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like apple juice. Not really an IPA glass. Well, it's not an IPA, it's a pale. So what am I talking about? So oat cream IPAs or oat cream pales, generally you got like a kind of creaminess but a hoppiness at the same time. Oh, that's delicious. That's exactly like an oat cream IPA, but less hoppy. More pale hops on there, but it's still got that citrusy and creaminess. That's really nice. Yeah, it's like a more subdued, more chilled oat cream IPA. You got the citrus flavors there. You got the tropical fruitiness. There's a little lingering bitterness after that aftertaste, but it's pretty smooth and it's more pale than your IPAs. That's a fucking nice beer. That is fucking nice. That is a nice beer. All right, we're gonna pair it with the liquid. What have we got? What have we got to pair it with? Dr. Pepper? Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, that kind of works. The sweet cola flavors of the Dr. Pepper go quite nicely because, you know, Dr. Pepper is a cola, or should I say Professor Pep. Professor Pep here is a cola. And I often pair my own cola liquid with IPAs and things like that that are quite citrusy because cola has citrus in it. And this Professor Pep, the citrus elements, going really well. Shane does not think so. He's doing vomit emojis. That works really well. Yeah, it lifts more citrus flavors out of the beer. And the sweet cola and caramel flavors go very nicely. All right. Enough of that. Enough waffling. Fuck, I need to clean up my desk. If you can't saw the state of my vape space right now, you would unsubscribe. He's a grot. He's a fucking grot, you would say. Okay, let's build it. Let's do it. Let's get down. We have the Atemporal RTA. I like this packaging. I'll tell you what, I'm a fan of the Atemporal branding on both the Boro and this one, pink and black. I don't think I can show you the back here because, yes, there's a website. I've got to be really careful with websites these days. All these YouTube buddies of mine, Mr. Nick and Mike and Matt, getting pinged for websites on there. Bottom AFC 24mm single coil innovative juice drainage system, spring-loaded clamp style build deck. Yeah, I had a quick squiz at this with the Patreons in the bog, and I was quite intrigued. I think I have like a gunmetal finish on this one. Yeah, it's like a bluey gunmetal, which I think looks real nice. Oh, how about these tunes, baby? Yeah, we're gonna build this single coil RTA. Yeah, all right. You get a bubble glass, you get a straight glass, which is a taller straight glass. So this is quite comprehensive. Short straight glass, tall straight glass, tall bubble glass. So you're able to extend your capacity with the extra glass pieces. I'm guessing there is a chimney extender in here. Yes, there is. Got a little chimney extender. We got some spare springs for the spring-loaded clamp system. We got spare screws, O-rings, and little old blue, as well as a little single coil Clapton there. And we have a little user manual. So here's some interesting facts for you. I like this when they lay it out for you. 5 milliliters with the tall straight, 6.5 with the bubble tall, and 2 mils with the straight shorty glass. We'll go with the stock glass to begin with, because it's going to give us, I would say, the best flavor. But it's a cool looking tank. I like the look of this one. Love a design that looks nice. We've got a bit of sort of beveling around the top here. We've got an 810, I think. Yeah, an 810 size drip tip with O-ring on the inside. Quarter turn fill cap system. And we have what looks like honeycomb airflow here with an AFC ring. Single coil with dual airflow, okay? So it's not going to be mouth to lung, it's going to be single dual coil airflow, or single dual airflow. What's it say on the bottom there? The Mind... Okay, so this, again, like the Boro, is a collaboration with the Mind Player. Damn vape. 510 pin is hybrid safe. You've got a bit of peak insulator sticking out there, as well as the gold portion of the pin. So we pull off the bottom cap. Now the way the deck is designed is kind of like the way Steam Crave do their decks. You unscrew a base and then you pull out the deck. We have peak insulator around the top here. And juice, liquid, is going to come from the top down. So you got a hole there and a hole there. That's where your liquid is coming down, and it's going to land on your cotton, which I'm guessing is going to need to be tucked into these little channels here. And get the camera to focus would be a little bit easier. There we go. So cotton in here, airflow coming through the sides and kind of a little from the bottom as well. Now it looks like there's little inlets. You see the little holes just here? So I guess if liquid gets into the bottom section there, into the tray, it can get sucked back into the cotton, or it can get it absorbed by the cotton. So it's wicking from the top down, but there's also, you're not going to end up with liquid filling up in this tray, because you've got a place for that liquid to go. It can go back into the cotton. So yeah, that's kind of clever. That is kind of clever. Let's screw it down and have a look at this clamp system, because this is a little different, the way that the clamping works. So we unscrewed this, and that reveals this little clamp thing here. So we're kind of, I'm thinking we're going to have our legs kind of going on a V upwards. and the coil is going to hang down. What is this music? This is shit. Sounds like a fucking wedding song. There we go. So I think that's how this works. How high can I unscrew these? That high. Oh, this one's missing the spring? This one is missing the spring. That could be my fault. I might have lost one when I took it apart. So we need to put a spare spring in. I did take this apart when I was showing the Patreons, so I may have lost a spring myself. I'm not going to blame them. I may have lost one. If I was a different reviewer, I would probably blame them, but I'm not that guy. I think I lost it because I did take this apart, and I very well could have lost a spring. So the spring goes into the screw, and then we just put that back in there. Good that they give you spares though, because if you're like me and you lost one, you can just fix it. So that's how it goes. That's how it works. All right, we need to put a coil in here. We need a nice single coil, 3mm, maybe. What do you guys think? I'm thinking a 2.5. This is not good music either. We need to change this up. Hang on, cunts. Hang on, cunts. Nope. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Some nice beats, some nice hip hoppy beats. All right. Look, let's have a quick squiz. We need some coils. What have we got here from? Since we're on a Middle Eastern theme of coils, what have we got in the way of AK82 coils? Do we have something that works? These are all 3mm. Maybe not. Maybe not. I feel like maybe a breeze tones. So 0.1 coil in this bad boy. You're crazy. You're crazy. $3mm 0.2 ohm, says Georgia boy. Maybe we could put a 3 in here, but Maybe this will work. Let's have a look. Let's see how a 3mm would look. This is a Breeze Tones. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a 3. Yeah. Yeah. That actually fits. I mean, we need to raise it up a little bit, but I pre-cut this one. This was one that I tried to put in something else and it didn't fit. Now it's stuck. Come on, get out. That actually kind of fits nicely in there. And it's been cut to the perfect length. So this is a Breeze Tones, 3 strands of 26 gauge, wrapped in 36 gauge. Single coil will come in at 0.2 to 0.24, so kind of right where we are. 3.5, no, I think 3.5 will be too big, but this does fit quite nicely in there, and I think there's plenty of airflow around it. So since this coil leg is cut like already perfect for this deck, I'm just going to go with this because this is going to fit in here very nicely. I mean, look at that. There's a reasonable amount of space on either side. Does it need to go higher? I don't think so. I did it again. I undid the screw too much. Where's the screw? There it is. Come here. There we go. As that side's raised a little bit, and might just raise this one up a little bit. So that was pretty easy to build, as long as you don't unscrew the screws too much. And obviously, if your coil legs were longer, you just snip it here. This one we can snip a little bit, but the length of the legs was kind of perfectly cut. As I said, I tried to put this coil in something else in the past, and it didn't fit, and we abandoned it. But for this application, it has been pretty bang on. I think that's a nice little fit there, dickheads. Plenty of space either side of the coil. I don't think we'll be restricting the airflow too much, but you could definitely go. You could go smaller, like a 2.5 if you wanted to. We're going to bump up the wattage a little bit on this. then we can pulse and pinch. Lovely. I think we're ready already. Ready already. Very nice. Very nice. All right, I think we're ready for some cotton cunts. This is somewhat similar to the nitrous RTA. Well, it is made by Dan Vape, who did make the nitrous RDA. Oh, RTA. Well, it's Dan Vape. I haven't seen the nitrous RTA. They haven't sent that to me, which is weird because, you know, I'm a big fan of Dan Vape. Big fan. Like this, the nitrous was fucking awesome. The RDA, should I say. And I'm very keen to try the nitrous RTA. Anvisser, when am I visiting South Africa again, man? There is things happening. There are motions in motion to get me to VapeCon in November. So, yes, hopefully, fingers crossed. We're trying to work it out. Just my people are talking to their people. My people is me. But yeah, hopefully I'll be hitting South Africa for VapeCon in November. That's the plan. We're trying to work out dates and details and, you know, funds to get flights and accommodation and all the rest of it. So the plan is hopefully for VapeCon. Hopefully. And maybe with Nick Grim Green. Maybe. Which would be fucking rad to hang out in South Africa with Nick. Thanks very much, Nick. I'm sure Dan Vape would be happy to send me one. They just haven't yet. I appreciate the offer though, Nick, but I don't want to take your nitrous RTA. Dan Vape can send me a damn vape. All right, let's I'm going to use the other half of my cotton that we used earlier, some of this haze cotton from Baghdad. Haze cotton from Baghdad. Should be more than enough, and it's just perfectly widthed for a single coil build like this. Now, really, all we need to do, I think, is sort of tuck it down into these channels. So I'm gonna go a little longer than the edge of the deck, just for starters. We've got to get it down in there a little bit. Gonna fluff it out a bit. Give it a little fluffing, little spruce. And let's see. Is that enough cotton? Tuck it in to the channel. Oh, I think that is. That feels pretty good. That's what she said. So I think we just cut a little wider than the edge of the deck. We do a little fluffy spruce. Call it a spruce. Spruce it up. Spruce your cotton. Trim off some of those longer bits. The cotton needs good break-in time. Yeah, I guess I have noticed it starts to taste better, but it doesn't taste bad at the start. But certainly, I think like a lot of cottons, gets a little bit better after a bit of break-in time. So that looks good to me. The trick is when we put this top piece on, let's break the tank down so that we can kind of see a little bit easier that our cotton is lined up with our I think so. I think it's touching. We're going to find out shortly. Can't really see through those holes too well, but I think looking at it off camera, it looks like it is lined up. Gonna fluff it up a little bit. Just gonna fluff this side up. Make it a little fluffier, a little taller. Alright, I think we're good for some fucking liquid now. What are we going to put in this thing? What are we going to put in it? Breezestone says, South Africa, I'm coming too. It's decided. Dude, it would be so cool. The plan would be, if we can get the funds together from the guys that want to bring me over, I'd fly into Johannesburg. Pretoria is where the Vape Con is. We'd do Vape Con for the weekend, and then me and Nick would go down to Durban, which is where Bearded Viking, Brent, lives, and the guys from Sir Vape, and then we'd hang out, we'd go to like an animal park and do some like kind of fun stuff, some good vlog material. That's the plan. What are we gonna try now, eh? What liquid am I going to put in this? Should we put a new liquid? We're going to do another new liquid, dickheads. Oh God, what's this? We're doing another new one? Yes. Yes, says Harry. Harry Ballbag. I don't know. What's this? Jord. This is a red currant cherry. The old knuckle test. That kind of tastes pretty good. Kind of tastes pretty good. What else have we got? I need something that's either not mixed or 3 milligram, because some of this stuff here that's 6 milligram is too strong. Oh, Bubble Trouble. I do love this flavour from Dinner Lady. Have I got anything pineapple? Nick Wicks. I do, but it's not new. It's not new. I don't think it's new anyway. I've got a new pineapple. I got a Caribbean Crush from IVG. Motherfucking Cheech is in the house. Oh, that tastes pretty good. I think that's got pineapple in it. Caribbean Crush. Mr. Karlstrom, I got you off the SIGs. That's awesome, mate. That's awesome. Thank you. Well, thanks for the compliment. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Glad to help you get off the durries. I don't have anything pineapple Nickwicks, but I do have this Caribbean Crush. How does that sound? The cherry? Hairy Ballbag wants the cherry. Bet Milligan is vaping Caribbean Punch. Do I enjoy vaping 0 milligram at all? I do, D, but I obviously start craving nicotine, and then I'm like, well, this is not going to satisfy me. Plum Job, how is the Vapors Cloud liquid? Georgia boy, I really like the. I've only tried the dark berry trifle. It's really good though. It's real good. It's real good. All right, we need to put some nicotines. Need to put some nicotines in this bottle. Need to mix it up. What does 0 milligram taste like? It doesn't really taste much different to stuff with Nick. It's not, I mean, some people say there is, but... Have I tried the gnarly juice? No, I haven't. Actually, we should try the gnarly juice. That's a good idea, Legato. That's a very good idea. So I got sent a new line of liquids that have some awesome like artwork. Really cool designs on the bottle. Jawbreaker, Mango Mania, Minty Grape, or Raspberry, or Strawberry and Lime. What do you want to do? Not Minty Grape, because I'm not a Minty Grape person. Jawbreaker? Spending a lot of time on deciding what liquid to vape. Oh, that tastes like a Jawbreaker. That tastes like a Jawbreaker. Alright, the toss up between Jawbreaker, Mango Mania, or Raspberry. Raspberry? Raspberry? Mango, strawberry and lime. No, I'm not doing strawberry and lime. I'm not a big lime, not a big strawberry person. Krista Montgomery. Thank you for the donation there, Chris. Appreciate that. We've got a few votes for Jawbreaker, a couple for Raspberry. What are we doing, guys? Let me know. Mango, oh, now we've got Mango's votes coming in. We need to quickly decide this. Gypsy tears. Mango Frost. I don't know whether it's a frosty one there, Bet. Have we already had a mango today, though? We did a mango already today. Now, we can't do another mango. Rum and raisin tobacco is a 9mg, and I'm not going to lung hit that. It's a toss-up between the raspberry and the jawbreaker. What are we doing, cunts? Vixter vape, black currant maybe? No, don't throw in another fucking flavour, Vixter. But you can have some pigtails. Alright, jawbreaker seems to be out in front. Let's go with jawbreaker. The artwork they did for this is fucking cool. I love it. It's called Gnarly Juice. And it's just a really good bit of artwork. Really good bit of artwork. So let's go with that. Let's I do love jawbreaker candies. So we'll juice up our cotton. And then like you do with a steam crave, just gonna like pop the top on, lock it into the deck, then we can twist our deck off. What did our final resistance end up at? 0.2 ohms, bang on. 0.2. Put our little bottom back on here, our little base. And I think the mod that I'm gonna put this on, since we've got a gunmetal RTA, got a nice little single battery 21700 that'll just go perfectly with this one. Yeah, very nice. Alright, let's fill it up. Battery in. And you guys might remember this one. Except I can't put it back together. Oh, I've got to put the battery in here, do I? What am I doing? Yeah, there we go. The Org Vape Druga little mod, which is just a perfect companion for this RTA, given that they are both... Frank, what are you doing, you drunk cunt? Yeah, perfect little Nope, Frank's being a fucking idiot. There we go. They look good together. Gunmetal, gunmetal. Okay. 39 watts. We'll start at 40. See how this goes. We're looking for bubbles. We have bubbles. So that's good. It's wicking. Airflow is nice and smooth, wide open. Sort of a semi-restricted. Yeah, there's a bit of restriction there, but I like the amount of restriction that it's got. Let's go a little higher. Let's go 50 watts. It's a little bit of a whistle there, which is, I don't know whether you guys can hear that. It's not a whistle, but it's slightly higher pitched. but the flavor is very nice, and I'm getting bubbles coming up, so wicking seems to be going good. It's not a whistle, but it's a slightly higher kind of pitched airflow. I don't know whether that's because the outside hole is kind of like the honeycomb is set in from the actual outside of where the air comes in. Don't know whether that can be fixed with a change of position on the coil, but I feel like maybe it's the outer hole here, because you guys can see. You guys would be able to see if the camera decided to focus. You can kind of see how the hole on the airflow is set out, and then you've got the honeycomb on the inside there. I don't know whether maybe the whistle is because it's kind of a sharper edge here. If I close down the airflow. Like a Tayfun, maybe, I'm not sure. Tayfun doesn't whistle like that though, not mine anyway. It's a bit whistly, isn't it, guys? It's a little bit whistly, but the flavour is very nice. Close off one side. Whistle kind of goes away. That's what I'm thinking. Samir? Is it restricted? Yeah, Neil, I was just saying it's got a bit of restriction to it. I like the amount of restriction for a single coil RTA, but some people might find that there's not enough airflow on this. It's a little bit limited. And yeah, that whistle is annoying. Daddy Ramadahan, is it legal to vape in Australia? Yeah, it is. If you want to vape with nicotine, you have to have a prescription, but it's like vaping is legal in general. You just need to have a prescription to use nicotine. The juice is great. Sorry, we're getting distracted a little bit. This Jawbreaker liquid tastes like a fucking... These Jawbreakers taste like Jawbreakers. It really does taste like a Jawbreaker. It's kind of spot on to that very candy flavor. Like, you know, a Jawbreaker has that kind of quintessential candy flavor. It doesn't have... It's not like a raspberry or a, you know, a mango candy. It just tastes like candy, like a Jawbreaker. Just sweet, sugary candy flavors. So if you like Jawbreakers and you like candy vapes, then that's going to be kind of pretty spot on. I like it. Look, it could be my coils, Breeze Tones. Why would a company be okay with releasing a whistle bomb? You would think not. It could be my coils. You know, I might need to adjust my coil position. Could be that, but it could be the outer airflow. The whistle is annoying. That RTA whistles, it's just the way it is. Fixter, you got one, have you, buddy? Does the same for you? Is it not just me? I'm sorry, RTA. It's you. It's not me. Is it worse than the Zeus RDA? No, it's not the worst whistle I've had, but it's definitely noticeable. Simple chamfer the edge. Yeah, you would think if you sort of gave the edge a bit of a chamfer on the outside, that might fix it. It's like a very sort of sharp hole, and that could be causing it. It's a small, sharp hole, and it's deep. Like there's a hole, and then there's a deep sort of channel before it hits the honeycomb. I'm thinking it's whistling as the air's coming in on that sharp edge and traveling through a little tunnel. Now, if I close it off halfway, kind of raises the pitch of the whistle. Makes it like higher pitch, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, the flavour is very nice off this RTA. The liquid I'm really liking, but it's a bit whistly. It's a bit whistly. I mean, even if it's not your coil position, like even if it is your coil position, you've got to adjust the coil position. It's still annoying that your RDA or your RTA has to have the right position of your coil, or you're going to end up with a whistle. That seems dumb to me. Like make an RDA or an RTA that doesn't matter where you put the coil, and it's not going to whistle. That's just more thoughts. Right, cunts. We're going to move on. The Dani V2. Oh, Dani boy, the pipes are calling. It's time for the Dani RDA, should I say, which is not from, Dani boy's Ireland. It is all the way from the Philippines. I loved the first one. It was a good flavoursome RDA. Maybe when the RTA grows up, its voice will drop. Not blowing smoke up your ass, but the only RTA that matched the saturation and flavour of an RDA is your Blotto Mini. Thanks, Cicero. I appreciate that, mate. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I'll take the smoke up my ass. Anyway, if there aren't any more questions on the Atemporal, we will move on to the Dani version 2. So the follow-on from the Dani V1, obviously, or the Daddy. Oh, excuse me, that was a little burpski. Have you built the Boro yet? Yes, sorry, Samir, you are coming in kind of late. We're on to the last thing we're going to build today. We've been here for 2 hours and 45 minutes, so I'm sorry that you missed it, my man. Are we going to build this? Hey, Pippa, how are you? And did I see someone say hello to Brendan? Hello, Brenny. How are you, mate? But yeah, if there aren't any more questions on the Atemporal, we will move things along. I'm going to have another toot on this Dr. Pep, though. Professor Pep. Really liking that Boro from Atemporal, though. So, hey, look. 1 out of 2. The Boro is delicious. And that liquid, Professor Pep. Let's do it. Let's have a look at the Dani V2, which is from, is it Silvercraft? Silverwork Customs? Silvercraft? My bad. It is, let me make sure I get this right. Silvercraft, it is. Silvercraft Creations. The SC, Silvercraft Creations. Dani V2. So it comes in like stainless steel, black, and brass. But I have the Ultim one here. Anthony Joshua, good afternoon from the Philippines. Good afternoon, my Filipino friend. So you've got some spare grub screws, spare O-rings, and we have a beauty ring, which is kind of cool. Always like a little accessory like that. So if you want to put it on something a little bit bigger, you can do so. You can put it on something bigger and widen the girth. But it is, I think, 20... Is it 28? Yeah, 28. 28 millimeters. And then I think the beauty ring takes it out to 30 if you want to run on a bigger device. It's got some engravings on the base here, made in Philippines, Dani 2 RDA by Silvercraft Creation, serial number there, and a hybrid safe. Oof, that's close. Barely hybrid safe, that is barely. I would like to see a little bit more protrusion on that pin, because if you dent your battery a little bit, if your battery gets a little bit of a dent in it, which can happen when using hybrid mechanicals. I've dented many, the top or bottom of a battery, screwing them, screwing addies onto it. That is not, I wouldn't use that, to be honest, just in case you screw it down a little bit too hard. Would have liked to have seen that protruding a bit more, but either way, we won't put it on a hybrid mech, which is a shame because they do make an awesome hybrid mech that I have. Honeycomb airflow this time. So if I remember correctly, the Dani V1 didn't have honeycomb, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it was, just a big open hole. So we've got a honeycomb this time round. We've got the same sort of Dani text around the side there. And slightly different, but similar shape. The shape is similar, but a little different to what they did on the first Dani. Nice sort of tapering here, nice polished Ultim. As I said, comes in other colours if you're not into Ultim. 810 size drip tip. And then we have the deck. Now, they have changed the deck quite a bit from the first one. The first one was an old school 4-terminal, 2-post. You mounted your coil, one on this side, and you had 2 posts sitting in the middle. This time round, they have gone for, there's posts there, but you're going in from the top. So it's kind of like a postless style deck, if that makes sense. Much more, modern. But like you expect, and like we always see from the Philippines, look at that beautiful polishing on the deck there. That's just, you don't see that on a cheaper Chinese RDA. The polishing on that deck looks very, very nice. All very polished around the sides here. You get access to the posts on either side via these cutouts, and that's also how you control your airflow. If we screw it onto a mod. Is there a spare 510 pin that's longer? No, unfortunately. So you adjust. There is a locking system as well, by the way. So it stops there and it stops there. So wide open, and then you can close off the airflow. Now there's like a little angled bit here, so the idea of the airflow is to push it upwards. So the airflow, as you can see, is going to be quite a bit below your coil. Your coil is going to be sitting up on the deck, your airflow's down here. So the idea is it's kind of coming from way down here and it's going to go up. I'll get it to focus. Your airflow is going to come up like that with your cotton down in here. So you got like a little tray in there, and that locks into this notch here. So it's easy to get on and off your atomizer because there's a locking system. So I like that. And that's about it. It's fairly simple. But yeah, some nice changes. Look at that deck, but how big is the flavor, I wonder? We will find out. There is quite a bit of tapering on the inside here. You can see this edge comes in, so your coils are going to be sitting in this area here. So we might go for some sort of nice, big, beefy coils. good. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got? I want something fairly sizable, I think. We could go series coils. Could go series coils. Ooh, what do you think, hun? Series coils? I do have a Filipino series. Oh, but it's hybrid. That's a bit shit. Yeah, we can't go series coils because all of my series mechs are fucking hybrids, and I don't think this is hybrid safe. 0.11 screamers. They go well with that RTA, yeah. Series coils would be good, Shane, but we can't put it on a series mod. I mean, we could put it on the Saga. That's a series mech that doesn't have a hybrid connection. That's an option. Hadron mod, we could put it on the Hadron. That is definitely an option also. Morning, John Solomons. So good to meet you at Vape Expo, I think you mean. It was great to meet you too, John. Thank you very much. Throw it on the Bond mod. That is another series. Yeah, we could go series and just put it on something else, hey? Because I don't feel comfortable putting this thing. Let me just have a quick inhale though. Make sure we got enough airflow. Yeah, I think we got enough airflow there for series. Alright. Shall we go series? Let's do this, because I might actually have to go and pick up the kids. I've just realised how fucking late it is, dickheads. We're going to have to fucking speed build this. Alright, so we got series... What does it say? Series Harley V2s. These are from, again, some Dubai, or someone in Dubai gave me these, but I don't know who, because it's, again, it's in Arabic. But... I feel like these coils, they should fit nicely in here. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe a little lower. That's going to be good. Alright, yeah, sorry, I think I gotta go pick up the kids from school, dickhead, so we're going to have to fucking quickly build this and wrap this thing up. Boosh, they're in. So 0.35 ohms is what these should come out at, which is where I, usually love my series coils. Dad mode engaged. That's right, Brenny. Yeah. I thought the wife said my wife said, "Oh, I'll see you later," and I thought she was like going to get the kids, but she was going to the gym. And I'm meant to be getting the kids. So, whoops. We're gonna have to fucking quickly build these and wrap this build stream up. Lucky it's the last thing to build. Quickly build this fucker. Move these out a little bit. And let's have a look. Where's our top cat? I think that looks... Oh yeah, look at the space in there. So this is definitely suited to big coils and series coils, because look at the room that I've got in there. And these are a monster set of coils. Monstrous. So we are good to go. Let's... whoop, lost our drip tip. Where's our drip tip gone? Let's pulse these. Yes.
Lessons in the wind, shall I see it, then I grab, probably with the set, making bangers. Spare time, we be riding swipers. Pushing on them gears.
I think we need more than 42 watts.
For the scanners, watch for the scammers. We be setting standards. Only going forward, they no going backwards. Anytime we in the booth, it's a fight. Some datings on it, now they hating on it. Supreme clientele, they was waiting on it. Pontiac, Firebird flying on it. I got a need for speed, I'm a Florida on it. Gran Turismo, running game on it. This is custom kitted, whip the pain on it. Forza Motorsport, change lanes on it. Twisted metal gang, throw the flame on it. Probably with the set, making bangers. Spare time, we be riding swingers. Pushing on them gears. Out here, we swing. Watch for the scanners, watch for the scammers. We be setting standards. Only going forward, they no going backwards. Anytime we in the booth, it's a fight. I spoke up feeling blessed. I ain't dealing with no stress today. Staying to myself, cause I won't let them get the best.
Make sure these are nice and fucking tight.
They want to know the formula, can let them know the recipe. Metal to the floor, hair engine roll. Pull it top down on the two-door. We can't push no buttons in this new car. Can't let them push our buttons, we came too far. Sometimes you gotta remind them what you do it for. We done came up, we was too poor. Got the butters on the feet, we from New York. They can feel it in our body, know we too pure. We was too mature, way before 24.
Alright, I think we are almost ready for cotton. Nice. Alright. Cool this shit down. The screen was warping from the heat, yeah. You get that cool kind of mirage effect. Gotta cool that fucker down. Finish this beer. You ever kissed a dragon before? Yes. Years ago. It was not nice, and it fucking... We've got to cool these big fucking coils down. There's a lot of coil there. Lot of coil. Whole lot of coil. Alright, let's do this. Get ourselves a fresh bit of Baghdad cotton. Camel cotton, as we've been calling it. The camel cotton. Hayes organic cotton from Baghdad. Alright, in goes one. Boom. And two. Boom. And we need to quickly fluff this out. Fluff, 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 fluff. Come on. Gotta pick up the kids from school. I think that'll do. Quick little trim off here, quick little trim off here, and then we just tuck it down the back there. Quite a deep juice well. I mean, obviously you've got the little side bits there, which make it a little lower than it appears, but even with that, I think it's still got pretty deep juice wells. Well, deep juice well. All right. Here you go, cunts. That's it. Let's juice it up. All right. I'm not going to fuck around finding a liquid that I may or may not like. We're going to go with one of my favourites. I got a couple of fresh bottles from the UK, so I can finish off this one here. It's Dragon Passion from the Rituals. You cunts know how much I love this liquid. Try and keep it in the RDA. All right, we need our top cap. We need to check our final resistance, which is, ooh, I came in low, 0.27. Holy shit, cunts. That's a low build for a Series Mac. We're going to go with a Para Series Mac then, because then we're really safe on the ohms. Actually, that works really well. The Hammer of God V3, the re-edition with the Ultim top and bottom, which works really well. 0.27 is low for series, but with Para series you got a bit more amperage because you got, you know, two things working in parallel. All right, here we go, dickheads. That's really good. That's really good. Just gonna make sure my juice well's nice and full. That works really well. Despite that being 0.27, that's actually not crazy hot. Now, I don't know how charged these batteries are. They may be a little bit below the point, you know, the 4.2 volts. So it may be a little rowdier if I've got fully charged batteries, but these are reasonably charged. Tell you what though, I love that look. The Ultim with the Ultim and Burgundy Hammer of God. That's a nice setup. Oh, there's crackle. Don't worry, Vixter. It doesn't, it's because it's got nice smooth honeycomb airflow, it's not as loud, the crackle, and I think, flavor is fantastic. I mean, I've got the right coils in here, series coils, big coils. I think if you went little coils, you might not get the flavor, but no, top cap is pretty solid. I mean, I've got a hugely heavy mod on here. It's got a bit of juice on it now and it's getting a little looser, but it's not too bad. But we've got to wrap this up, fuckers. I don't need a taller drip tip though, because it's Ultim, it's not getting hot. It's staying really cool. I think if you had a metal top cap, you might want a longer drip tip, but because it's Ultim, my lips can almost go around the Ultim and it doesn't get hot. It's not hot at all. It's really not hot at all. It's perfect for series vaping, that Ultim top cap. I mean, I'm going through juice, but fuck me, it's a nice vape. Flavor is, whoa, it's good. But you know, I'm pumping some serious wattage here, 0.27 ohms on a Para Series mech. It's pumping out the wattage, so. All right, dickheads. I've got to go get the kids. Otherwise, they get thrown into after-school care, and that costs me money. So I would love to stick around for questions. But all of these products will get a proper review, so don't worry if there's something I didn't answer during the live stream. I will answer those questions, hopefully, when we do the proper review on these. But apart from the whistling RTA, I think everything has been pretty impressive. I think everything's been pretty solid. So I'm going to leave it there, cunts. This has got some good flavour. If you like series vaping, this Dani V2, definitely a good choice. Yeah, that's it, Yoshi. I've got to get the kids before they go to kid prison. But it's been awesome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been an awesome amount of people that have been watching, nearly 200 of you consistently. So that has been fantastic. Truly appreciate all the super chats. Yeah, some great products to do full reviews on very soon. But until then, you dickheads, sub-ohm your dicks off or your bloody tits off. I couldn't give a shit what it is you're vaping on, whether it's a fucking 0.27 ohm series setup or a little fucking Boro banger or a fucking pod. As long as you're not banging the bloody bungers, that's all that matters. If you can support my channel, please do. Always hit those links in the description for my Patreon page. I don't get paid to do this shit. I rely on my projects and you guys supporting me. So if you can do that, it'd be awesome. Otherwise, don't. If you can't, that's all good. Sit back and just tune in. But above all, stay off the bloody durries. And yeah, have a fucking good one. All right? Fucking cheers. Where's my button?
Nobody likes a bargain.